Hey everybody, this is Dr. Nashlie with the Garden of Nash, and today we're going to talk about how to use grocery tote bags as grow bags and how well do they actually do. So check us out, hit that like, subscribe, comment, share. Make sure you join us here on the Garden of Nash. You may not recall, but I have been playing around with different things to plant things in. And so I tried to find the most efficient and sustainable way without buying so many planters and without buying so many pots to grow the plants in. So I came up with this idea to use grow bags to try to plant some of these plants that I transplanted and some of them that I actually bought from the store. And so what we did was we took these old Amazon Fresh grow bags. You may remember back years ago, they used to deliver groceries in these totes that were actually insulated. And so what I did was I actually put a hole in the bottom of some of the bags. I drilled a hole in the bottom. They're very sturdy. You can actually pull them. They have handles on the side, and so I was able to put dirt in there, and not just any dirt, but we were able to use organic gardening soil and also fill it with vermiculite and perlite, and that lets the soil get a little bit more aeration. We also put our fertilizer into those bags to make sure that those plants had enough to pull from. Being that they're in grow bags, they actually aren't as susceptible to insects on the outside of the bags that actually help decompose the soil and give it more nutrients. So since we don't have that, I had to compensate for that and accommodate that in those bags. And so now we fast forward, we're actually a couple of months later, and we're gonna see how well these plants actually did. All right, so this was an experiment. We didn't know what was gonna happen, but of course we like to grow anything and everything with experiments here in the Garden of Nash. And we're gonna show you everything, the good, the bad, the ugly. We're gonna try to answer as many questions as possible. So this particular experiment, we grew 4 plants. One was the cucumber, another was poblano peppers, another was bell peppers, and another was tomatoes. Actually a celebrity tomato. All right, so we started out with these looking like just small plants that we planted in here. And so this is actually the patio snacker cucumber, and we have some leaves here. You notice the leaves are a little bit lighter green than what I would expect for the cucumbers. We have plenty of flowers here though, and you'll notice that you even start to see some of the baby cucumbers starting to form at the base of some of these flowers. And so what we'll need to do is pretty much find a trellis for these. As you notice, these little almost like little antlers or little branches are going to want to grab a hold of something so it can continue to hold itself up and grow more and more cucumbers. So that's what we'll try to either transplant or continue the experiment to see how well it's doing. Now inside of here, it actually looks like the dirt has actually compounded. I remember filling this up a little bit more than what it looks like here. So it has kind of gone down a little bit. We normally water these once a day, very lightly. We don't have an irrigation system set up yet, but we are able to just lightly water it, not to overdo it. Again, it has a drainage hole on the bottom, so we're hoping that that's going to help continue to keep the moisture out. We don't have a lot of problems with pests over here. The leaves are looking pretty good. We're just going to want it to get more growth, maybe grow a little faster. We've gotten a lot of rain in this area. It's been, I think, one of the top recorded rainy days, top recorded rainy months of May, I think, in history. And so we're hoping to get more sun, and I think that'll help out. So I think we'll end up leaving this one to see how well it does. All right, so we actually have it's actually raining today, so my trusty hat from Hairbrella, check them out. But yes, so we have two types of peppers that I mentioned. These were very small when we first started. As you can see, now they've grown a lot more. We have a lot of leaf growth here. We also have some fruiting. You actually see some of the bell peppers starting here. We have a couple of more getting ready to come out. As we get warmer and as we get more sun, you'll see more and more of those bell peppers. The soil is looking pretty good. We also have some deep roots in there. So I'm happy to see that. We did prune it a little bit so that we can get more nutrients to the fruit. So we'll continue to watch these. I think I'm gonna actually keep this one. Now we also have this poblano pepper. It's actually called a trident ancho / poblano pepper. And so I love to use these in chilies and in my tacos for Taco Tuesday. And so we actually do have one of these growing. We have a few more that are already starting to come in. And again, this is end of May, so this is actually pretty good that we're seeing peppers grow this early. Typically, you don't see them grow till well into the summer because peppers like it hot. And I'm a pepper kind of girl. But I think that we'll continue to let this one grow as well. The soil is looking good. We're not seeing a lot of issues. We're not seeing a lot of pests at all. I think so far overall, these grow bags are looking really good as far as these plants are concerned. All right, so I'm gonna try to get finished with this video as the rain is coming down. But as you can see, this is my celebrity tomato, and it is actually not looking as good. I would have expected my tomato plants to be a little bit farther along than now. I can show you another tomato so you can kind of get a comparison, but this is actually not what we want to see. I'm looking at, we have actually done some pruning. We have added more fertilizer. What I would like to do is check the pH balance of the soil and make sure that if we need to correct it, add a little bit more nitrogen or a little bit more phosphorus fertilizer. I may end up just transplanting this one all together to see if we can save it. So we'll see what happens. But overall, for some reason, the tomato plant did not like the grow bags. All right, so just as a comparison, I want y'all to kind of see, I started these plants kind of at the same time. So here's actually a tomato plant. Let me get my huge mustard greens out the way here. Look at that. This is actually after having pruned this twice. We're still getting more mustard leaves. These are the broadleaf mustards here in the Georgia broadleaf mustards. It's actually getting ready to go to seed, but another video, another time. Here's actually the tomato plant. As you can see, let me get that mushroom out of there. Here's the tomato plant, and it is looking really well. It actually has very strong leaves, broad shoulders. We're gonna go through and prune that one some as well. So you can see the difference. Now, we didn't start them at the exact same time, but you can just kind of see this is what we would want that tomato plant to look like. And I also have over here a pepper plant for comparison, and maybe we'll put them side by side, but here's actually what that pepper plant looks like. This is actually a banana pepper plant, which is actually growing pretty well. This one actually looks comparable to what you see in the grow bag. So like I said, I think the pepper plants like the grow bags. Now here's one of the squash plants, and it is doing tremendously well. Look at how big these leaves are. Squash are kind of similar to cucumbers in the way that they grow. And so as you notice, our cucumber plant, it looks nothing like this. So we're gonna continue to work with it. But again, I think as far as our experiment, we wanna keep those three in the bags, the two pepper plants and the cucumber plant, just to see how well it does to continue the experiment. I may end up transplanting that tomato plant though. All right, so all in all, we think that our garden grow bag, grocery tote experiment actually did pretty well. We were able to continue growing. We're even starting to see some fruit on the pepper plants. The cucumber plants are actually flowering. We'll just have to get a trellis for it. The tomato plant didn't do so well, so again, I wouldn't recommend that one. And it could be other factors as well. There's always multiple factors in the garden: the fertilizer, the soil, the exposure to the sun, the pH balance, the moisture temperature level, the type of tomato plant itself. So there could be several things going on there, but overall the grow bags do very well when it comes to keeping the pests away and off the leaves. All the leaves look very well, not eaten up. Also, it's very well in insulating. None of the soil was dry at all. I've gone even out of town and come back and the soil is still moist inside those grow bags. And then lastly, I would just say continue to fertilize that grow bag, because again, it doesn't get some of those nutrients that some of the plants in the soil would get on a normal raised bed or even a bed that's coming straight out the ground. So you want to make sure you keep it fertilized either on every couple weeks or definitely on a monthly basis. All right, so that was our experiment with the grow bags and the grocery totes. Make sure you follow us at the Garden of Nash. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm Dr. Nashlie. Have you started your garden yet? Come join us.